Hey folks, gather around because I've got a tale that's sure to tickle your justice bone and maybe, just maybe, teach you a lesson in the fine art of petty revenge. So, buckle up as we dive into the story of how I, a simple protagonist in our suburban saga, managed to make my neighbor late for work in the most deliciously petty way possible. Our story begins in a quiet neighborhood, a place where the most excitement you'd usually get is the occasional stray cat chasing a squirrel. However, amidst this peaceful backdrop resides my neighbor. Let's call her Karen for the sake of anonymity, and because, well, it fits. Karen has a special talent for being annoying without breaking a single law. A true artist in her craft, you might say. Now, to set the stage properly, it's crucial to know that my mum is disabled and relies on a wheelchair to get around. Karen, fully aware of this, has never missed an opportunity to sprinkle a little misery into our lives. And by sprinkle, I mean dump it by the truckload. My dad works late, leaving me as the primary Karen wrangler. She rents out rooms in her house, resulting in a revolving door of tenants and cars. Despite having ample parking space in her driveway, Karen insists on parking in front of our house. Why? Apparently, to give her tenants the best experience. She reserves her driveway for their hypothetical visitors, forcing her to park in front of our house, much to our inconvenience. Given the security concerns in our area and the need to transport my disabled mum, parking in front of our house isn't just a preference, it's a necessity. After several polite requests for her to use her own driveway were blatantly ignored, I began to suspect that Karen's parking antics were less about hospitality and more about her inability to park her car without performing what seemed like a 15-point turn. Then came the night that set our tale of revenge into motion. Karen parked in front of our driveway yet again, despite my recent warning that it was not okay. So I hatched a plan. I parked my car in such a way that left her just enough room to squeeze out. If she was a skilled driver, which we've established, she is not. The next morning, as I was getting ready, with the window conveniently open, I heard the familiar sound of a car engine struggling, followed by the inevitable knock on my door. Karen, now running late for work, pleaded with me to move my car. In a stroke of theatrical brilliance, I wet my hair, wrapped a towel around myself, and cracked the door just enough to inform her that she had caught me right out of the shower and would need to wait. Ah, the sweet sound of desperation. For the next 20 minutes, which I spent leisurely sipping my coffee and not showering, I watched as Karen attempted every conceivable maneuver to free her car from the prison I had created. Eventually, she managed to escape, but not without learning a valuable lesson in parking etiquette and neighborly consideration. From that day forward, a new understanding was forged between Karen and me. She knew that for every action, there was an equal and opposite reaction, especially when it came to where she parked her car. And as for me, I learned that sometimes the best way to deal with a difficult neighbor isn't through confrontation or complaints, but through a little bit of creativity and a whole lot of pettiness. So, my dear viewers, next time you find yourself at odds with someone who just doesn't seem to get it, remember this tale. Sometimes, all it takes to teach someone a lesson is a bit of ingenuity, a dash of patience, and perhaps a slightly damp towel. Thank you for joining me on this journey of suburban skirmishes and parking plot twists. Until next time, keep your friends close, your enemies closer, and your parking spots even closer than that. Cheers.